Hi, I'm Rachel Fear King. Welcome to my channel, Jemima London. So this week I thought I'd do something a little bit different. So most weeks I am showing fabrics and patterns to you and we're talking about what I think. So this week I'm going to do it a little differently and I'm going to show you fabrics and I want you in the comments to suggest to me what I might do with them, and then I'm going to do a follow-up video if I get enough comments, that is. Because I went out this week with the intention of buying some basic materials for my business and got distracted and ended up doing a mini fabric haul. So I'm going to show you those pieces, but before that I'm going to show you some things in my fabric stash that I know I've not shown you on YouTube before, so they're things that will be new to you, and they're a collection of things that some things I've bought, some things I've been given, some things I've had for ages, some of things not quite so long. Anyway, let's begin. So this first one, it's a cotton viscose rayon, sorry, it's cotton rayon silk. It's kind of a heavy voile, I would call it. I would call it a sort of a lightweight sort of jungle print. It's actually from a French print house, and this was given to me by my boss of a company that I used to work for a few years ago in London in the West End. I used to freelance for him and he was getting rid of a load of stuff. It's kind of a little bit 1950s. It's quite a pretty print. It's wide width. I've got 3 meters, so you could make a dress in it, or you could make separates perhaps. So that's number one. Number two is, I think, quite Marmite, and I picked this up in Walthamstow, and I'm quite sure that it's supposed to be furnishing fabric, but if I like something, I don't really care. I'm planning possibly to make a short kimono jacket for the winter to wear over something for sort of evening wear or smart day wear. It's indigo and gold and ivory. I think it's really stunning. I mean, you might prefer cushions. I don't know, because I actually think it's a furnishing fabric, but I think it's quite interesting. What would you do with it? Send me your thoughts anyway. So that's number two. It's my indigo jaquard. This next one, I've had it ages and somebody gave it to me and I don't know what to do with it. It's a beaded print, but unfortunately there are lots of loose threads on it, so I'm gonna have to sit down when I haven't got anything else to do, which might be never, and secure some of these loose beads. But it's very pretty, and it's wide and I've got about 1 meter of it. I think it's the kind of thing where you'd make like maybe a top or maybe a wrap scarf or something with it. So it would be like a highlight in an outfit. It's quite interesting. It's sort of like florals, and it's got beetles and insects on it. And it's got bugle beading and shaped beads on it too. I don't know if you can see the loose threads. It's a real shame because it is really lovely, but if I think of the right thing to make from it, I think it could be stunning, and it will be worth the time that will have to be spent on it to secure the beads. Anyway, so that's my beaded satin print. So I think that's number three. Or yes, that's number three. Okay, on to these two kind of sit together. I've got loads of this. It was such a fantastic fabric, I couldn't not buy it, and it's quite a heavyweight viscose georgette, and it's got quite a bit of mechanical stretch in it. I've got 3 meters of it. It's a really lovely kind of burnt orange colour, and it's heavy, so you could make a nice bias cut garment. You could make some great trousers. You could even make an overshirt or jacket in it. Yeah, lots of options there. And I bought this at the same time because they sit together. Or no, it's not the same base quality fabric. This is like a polyester crepe, but the orange in the stripe and the orange in the plain sit together really well. I've got 3 meters of this stripe. Oh, so many things you could do with this. I think it would be nice if you saw my free pattern video. These were the trousers that I made from flat span viscose that I also bought in the market, and the shades of pink would work again really well in those. So that's plain orange viscose crepe and polyester, my polyester stripe. Okay, now something completely different. I love these wax prints, and I've got loads of them. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 to show you. I've had them for a while, and I have made some tote bags and accessories out of them. And you buy them, I buy them from also market in 4.5 metre lengths. So you've got quite a lot of fabric in them. I'm going to have to stand up to show you too, because they're big in every sense of the word. They're large scale prints. I think they're really bold and they're really beautiful. Yes, they'd be great for home furnishings, but I also think you could make separates. You could make standalone shower tops, or with some of them you could make shift dresses in. I think they're amazing. So this one with that sort of brown swirl and the big purple discs on it, which is stunning. This one's a border print in this sort of green, black and white and grey and peach, which is amazing, really beautiful. And then that's 1, 2, 3. This is an all over with this sort of, you've got this green, blue, ochre, sort of neutrals. And then I have got this, which is kind of, I think it is, didn't think it was, but I'm guessing this is kind of like a border, because you've got those different sort of spiky circles at the bottom, if you can see. I've got 4.5 meters of each of these. What would you do with them? I mean, I think they make great cushions, but I also think they make great garments and tote bags. I think there's all sorts of things you could do with them, and you could kind of you could quilt around the shapes, all sorts of things you could do. So yeah, so that's my little waxed cotton collection. And actually I've got a bag that I'm just going to show you that I made out of 2 prints, and I put the sort of mixed and matched them together, and I'll put in the link at the bottom the PDF pattern that I got. I think I got it off Etsy actually, and it's really quite simple but really nice for the summer. If you're wearing an all white outfit or an all navy outfit or black even, you've got this pop of colour and pattern, which, you know, just lovely little shoulder number. And that's made out of that kind of wax cotton block print. Anyway, on to the fabrics that I got last week that sort of inspired this video. And the first one, again, it might be a bit Marmite, it's an animal print, it's a snake, and it's a heavy fluid viscose satin. Would look great as a bias cut dress, which is kind of almost like my default mode for the summer, with that tan accessories. Beautiful print, really lovely. And then a jersey. It's got like it's not an animal print, but it's got an irregular spot all over it, like sort of blobs. And it's like a dark charcoal grey on this kind of cream ecru jersey. And I'm thinking, I haven't finished my swimming costume that I showed you last week, the one piece. I might make another one and get some more power mesh, because I just think it would look great in that simple shape again with a charcoal grey sarong. So that's a possibility. Anyway, let me know what you think. And then this next fabric, I've seen it so many times and I didn't buy it, and this time I just totally caved in and bought 3 meters of it. These fabrics are £2 a metre. All of these cream and grey and black ones that I'm showing you now at the end are £2 a metre, so I've got about 12 meters, so I only spent about £24, which is marvelous. This is really pretty. It's got an irregular polka dot on it. I'm thinking like a simple shell top with a puff sleeve or a tiered dress. What do you think? Don't know if you've got anything that you've made that you think would work beautifully in that. And then the final two, quite graphic. Again, black and cream, and it's a satin stripe. Wide leg trousers, I feel, are like begging to be made in this. But let me know if you can think of something else, because I'm not very original. Sometimes I go to my fail safes. And then finally, last but not least, I've got some jersey in this marvelous zebra print, which I'm thinking maybe a maxi dress or a sarong for my summer holiday, which is hurtling towards me, so I haven't got much time to make anything. So those are these last ones are new fabrics, and the ones previously are fabrics in my stash that you haven't seen before, so I thought you might like to see them. So please, in the comments below, it would be absolutely brilliant if you could give me suggestions for styles that you think I should make. I'll list all those fabrics to remind you of them. And then if I get enough comments from you, I will do a direct follow-up video next week. And I'll match the fabrics to patterns and put a little range together, which I thought would be really good fun anyway. I hope you found that interesting, and I really hope you comment. And then we can follow it all up next week. So I had a really nice surprise this week. I had a package in the post, and it was from my cousin Sally. Hi Sally, I know she watches my vlogs. She very kindly sent me a whole massive pile of magazines, and they're Burda magazines. Some of them are recent, but some of them, 4 of them, are from the 1990s, which was just amazing because it took me right back. I graduated in 91, I moved to London in 97, I was designing for lots of high street companies, and it just really reminds me of a particular time in my life. And some of the pieces are just right for now, because the 90s has experienced quite a sort of a resurgence. So the first one, it's a magazine called New Mode, which I think is probably a Burda offshoot, whatever you want to call it. And it's got this bodysuit, which is fantastic. Look at that. And I just love the way they've styled it. It's so of its time, with the jeans and the shoes as well. And of course, bodysuits they've come back, and there are loads of them around right now. Absolutely loads of them. It's got obviously all the instructions, and I love it in the stripe. And the other thing that they had in here was a nice classic waistcoat. And it's so funny, at the bottom it says that classic waistcoat, be daring and wear this on its own. So the suggestion is you wear it with nothing underneath, which is quite racy. So that magazine I think is from 92. Miss B Burda again, April 92. Now this one, this takes me back. Do you remember the whole white shirt fit? I mean, white shirts don't go away, but there was this phase where it was really cool to wear like a white shirt with some black leather jeans, and I wore this look such a lot. I used to have my hair scraped back and bright red lipstick and big earrings. But that particular shirt I love. I think that is particularly nice. A nice oversized shape, would look great now. Again, this is Miss B Burda. I think this is 1994, and they have a really, really nice couple of pieces. They have this lovely jersey dress with a cowl neck that I thought was lovely. And also they have lots of jersey pieces, because at the moment oversized jersey pieces are a thing. I think it's probably a hangover from COVID, you know, sort of relaxed, sort of easy dressing thing, and the resurgence of the tracksuit. They've got some interesting bits and pieces. Let me show you. Yeah, and then they've got this oversized sort of tunic, which would not look out of place now at all, I don't think. And then finally, an edition from 1997, which was actually, I think this was the year I moved to London. And they've got this great coat on the front. It's very Max Mara, it's very, very now. And they've got a whole feature in sort of dual, they photographed it on models and they've made them in dual colours. I think if I was going to make that for myself now, and I am thinking about it for the winter, I'd lose the buttons, so it'd just be a wrap over job, and I would probably simplify the pocket. I'd make it either full length or I'd make it fairly short like the pink one on the end. I thought it was quite interesting. And then they've got another picture inside, which I think is like the picture on the cover. Lovely. It looks very, very now. So yeah, so thanks again to Sally for sending me those. I will be plundering those, as those 4 magazines from the 90s, as well as some of the other ones you sent me. They're absolutely brilliant. It's so nice of you to send them. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's video, and I'm really hoping that I get some feedback on the fabrics that I've shown you, and that you give me suggestions for patterns. I'm going to list all the fabrics that I've talked about. So I've given them all names, so you can say, I think you should make the jungle print in blah, blah, blah. So hopefully I'll get enough views so I get some feedback, and I will do a follow-up video next week. So hopefully see you next week. Thank you, bye.